Hi guys, it's Christina from Redefine Creative, and I am super excited to be sharing a project with you today that I created based on working through the first lesson in Sara Scraps' new online class called Simple Elegance. And so in that class, we had an assignment to find an image that we could use for inspiration. And so I was just showing you mine. And it has these really great white and gray colors with some pops of pink. And then it also had, that I showed you in the photo, some florals in the sheets. And then it had just this kind of softness that I feel like with the teddy bear that was in the picture and things would go with a baby or a toddler layout. So it's very soft. So what I decided to do is I went with a gray background paper. And then I'm going to take this floral from More Than Words, and I'm going to use that to create a vertical element on the left side of my page. And so I'm using a 4x6 black and white photo where only the flower in her hands is tinted color. So the flower itself is yellow. And so something else that I really liked in the image that I chose to work with was the different textures from all of the different bedding and all of those different types of things. So I wanted to add some of this ribbon trim on the side of my pattern paper just to bring in that extra kind of texture element. And I really like what that adds, the different feel that that adds to this page. So I am working mainly with Coco Vanilla's More Than Words collection. So you're going to see me flipping through the ephemera and those types of things throughout working on this project. And this is definitely Coco Vanilla's, the majority of their collections are ones that I definitely would put into that simple elegance category. And so this particular class from Sara is awesome because it gives you a lot of tips and tricks for working with an elegant style. And if you watch my channel a lot, you know that elegant layouts and lots of florals and those types of things are definitely Sara's style and not so much my style. So I feel like she gave me a lot of really great hints and tips and tricks to allow me to play around in that style, which isn't necessarily my go-to style, and I really liked that. So I would highly recommend that you check out her class. There is a link down below if you want to take it along with us. And she has a really great Facebook group too where she shares extra layouts and more ideas, and everybody shares their work, so it's a lot of fun. So I am flipping through the ephemera, and I've pulled out a bunch of the florals and then a few little phrases and things. So I have two 6x6 papers that are going to go behind my photo, and I added a tiny little gray mat right behind my photo to help it stand out a little bit. And then I know I want to use this kind of grayish black tag that says live for the moments you cannot put into words. But I want to take that blue banner that says little moments and cover up the word moments. So instead, my layout is going to say, live for the little moments you can't put into words. And I like that, how that looks layered up together. And then I'm just going to start layering in florals over on this right-hand side. And so what I want to do is create kind of an entire cascade of flowers over there. So I'm just playing around with kind of how I want them to be layered in together. I want to have all the different colors from the pattern paper kind of be in there. So I want to get the blues and the yellow, some coral, some pink. There's one that's kind of a little bit more orangey color, but I definitely want to get all of those different colors in. And it works really well using a black and white photo for something like this, because your photo is going to have that striking contrast to all of the colors. And so it lets my embellishments kind of hold their own, but then it also lets my photo stand out because there is such a striking contrast. So I'm just layering up the leaves and flowers and things that I want to go on this side, and I know that I am going to, when I adhere them all down, add some dimensional adhesive to make it seem like they're all kind of layered up together. And then sorry guys. I did put that little banner that says love this in that top left hand corner, and I'm also going to play with the placement of a few of the butterflies that came in this set. So I want to add a few butterflies to my floral area, and then I'm going to put one in that embellishment cluster over on the left. And then I do have some matching vellum butterflies. So in two of the spots, I'm going to layer it up with a vellum butterfly over the top of a regular butterfly. And I like how that adds a little bit more kind of texture and dimension because I can adhere that vellum just in the very center and then let the wings kind of stand up and give some additional motion to the page. So they're going to seem like they're flying off the page. So 2 of my 4 butterflies are going to have vellum and 2 of my 4 butterflies are not. And so I'm going to go ahead off screen and adhere all this down. And then I just grabbed some silver thread and I'm just going to make a couple of little nests of silver thread. And this particular thread is a little more coarse than a regular thread, like a sewing machine thread would be. So I have a little bit harder time getting it to nest the way I want it to. But I'm putting it all behind this little heart flare badge. And then I'm going to make a second little cluster of that same kind of nested thread look. And it's going to go over that behind that butterfly that's in the top left. Just because I didn't want that element to only happen in one spot on the layout, I wanted it to be in at least 2 different places. So it'll work underneath that butterfly as kind of my second little place to have that additional texture. And then my third texture, like we said before, is that ribbon that goes behind. So I do still kind of have 3 places of extra texture, even though I'm not going to have a third thread location. Then I'm just going to grab some of these little puffy heart stickers. Actually, these are enamel hearts, not puffy sticker hearts. Sorry about that, guys. And I'm going to add a few of those along my florals as well as in that left corner. So in the left corner, I'm going to put a couple by each one of my tabs, and then I'm going to have one that kind of goes down by my Love This banner, just so that they're kind of peeking out behind some of the flowers. So there's a lot of dimension, there's a lot of different layering going on, and that kind of goes back to the look I was going for from my inspiration photo. So there were all kinds of sheets and blankets and pillows and stuffed animals and all kinds of layers and all kinds of different textures. And so I really wanted that to come through in the layout that I created based on it. And so that's going to do it for this layout. I would definitely encourage you to click on the link below. Check out Sara Scraps class. It is a great value for everything she teaches you. And hopefully I will see you in the classroom. Bye!